Now, everyone is trying to decode what the proposed IPG and Omnicom merger will look like. We thought, why not ask the man who really knows it all? Joining me is Jonathan Nelson, the Global CEO of Omnicom Digital. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the fear in the corridor, or may I say the conversations in the corridor, is layoffs, disappearing of agency brands. What is the conversation happening inside?
The conversation, it's a very, very complex transaction. We're talking about a company of 79,000 people acquiring a company with 57,000 employees. Now, I think if you're a line-level client-facing employee, you're going to be in pretty good shape. That's not to say there won't be some redundancies. There will. We've promised Wall Street certain synergy, and we will do that. But overall, the work continues. I think a merged company is going to be stronger, better, and more appropriate for clients. So.
There's also this concern about market concentration and reduced choice for advertisers.
Sure.
So going forward, how are you really going to assure the advertiser that this is going to be good for them? They're going to get better services, and it's not really a question of getting less competition between media agencies.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've always bought the reduced competition argument. The truth is, there are hundreds of thousands of marketing companies in the world. Some are very big, some are not so big. Competition's about choice, and there's lots of choice in the marketplace. Now, a reason why you might be interested in what we're doing is with size, it allows us to make more investments in things like technology. And here in Cannes, you can't escape a conversation about artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is not free. It actually is really hard to do, and really hard to do at scale. And coming together with IPG just gives us more budget to devote to technology, platforms, data, all of those things, which in turn benefits clients.
And I think Omnicom has Omni and IPG has Axicom and Interact. So how are you going to bring these together to kind of provide a better suite for marketers?
I think I can't talk about it too directly, and the truth is we are in the middle of a regulatory review, so we have been very apart at the time. But we'll look at their tools, we understand our tools, and we're going to try to figure out, okay, if they're duplicate, we got to make a choice between them. I'm very open to what they've got. Look, if it's better, we'll use it. And if ours is better, we'll use that. These, there's pieces of it. But we have yet to really architect that. We got to get through regulatory review first.
And while we are talking about duplication, I'm sure there are going to be additions as well. So what is that one service from the IPG suite that you're really excited about getting on board?
I am, funny thing is, this is a small industry, so I know a lot of the people, and I'm very excited to work with them. There's just really, there's very talented people everywhere in this industry, and particularly at Interpublic. They have a data set in Axiom that we just don't have, and an expertise. Think about security, think about data cleansing. They platform. This is a very, very large, very, very good business that I'm very familiar with, and so I'm super excited about bringing that on board, as well as some really great talent.
And this is obviously, we're talking about two giants coming together. How much time are we really looking at, for this integration to really happen?
Well, I think we're waiting for regulatory review to lift, but are you ever fully done? But we're going to try to do it quickly and expediently and make it work in a very twisting and turning marketplace that's evolving really quickly with technology. Yeah.
The reason I ask is because your competitors, Publicis and WPP, are already merging. Dentsu's also coming up with a united front. When it comes to offerings for marketers.
Sure.
So is this a place where you might miss out because you're going to be late in that game?
Well, I'm not sure that I completely subscribe to the idea of merging everything together. I think within the brands, it may sound great on paper, but it doesn't entirely work in practice. And likewise, I'm not sure the talent all says, sure, I'll just join the giant monolithic business. You join a specific, you join BBDO, or you join Critical Mass, or you join Kinesso. So the brand, some of them will stay, most of them will stay. But ultimately, we're trying to create the best proposition for people, and some of this will be very unified, like we talked about technology and platforms. We're gonna bring that all together. So,
Jonathan, can you tell us about Omni AI, your new platform, which is going to enhance your client-facing operations?
Sure. Omni AI is where we bring together all of the different models, an agent framework that we've built in a secure, governed way, and put it on the desktops of a vast majority of the front-facing employees at Omnicom.
Okay. And last year, I remember you spoke about how generative AI is basically the superpower for Omnicom employees.
Yeah.
Tell us, how are you integrating it in every step of the way?
Well, with AI at its heart, we're building workflows where things like synthetic research, synthetic audiences, very real creative concepts, planning tools. It's a very, very broad data set that is really reordering how we do the work.
And what are the new frontiers for AI going to be? And considering that there are going to be a lot of ethical consideration that have to also be kept in mind.
Sure.
Where do you really draw the line?
Well, that's a complex question of drawing line. I think what you're seeing is it's getting real very, very quickly. 2 years ago, we were announcing the first 5 deals that anybody had announced in advertising. Here we are 2 years later, and you can see it on the screen. You see it. We've got real work that's in market on your TV screen. Whether it's the Dolly Museum work, which is fantastic, Temptations, Coors, Persil. There's lots and lots of client work, and that's all done with video, which didn't really exist even at this event last year. Think about it. Video was just starting, and here we are. We've got commercials. Commercials on air. Of course, we're trying to do this in a privacy-safe, governed environment, but what you're going to see moving forward is, of course, more video, more fidelity, more audio, so you're watching the convergence of different what we call modalities, audio, video, text, and graphics. But what everybody's talking about is agent frameworks. And an agent is just a way to sort of get a model to behave in a certain way. So for instance, for you could take everything that you've ever written and load it into a model. And then you could say, okay, please write in the style of me. And that an agent would allow you to do that. Or another agent could be, say, here's a list of customers, now cluster them, build them into a synthetic audience, and now I can, an agent will help make that happen. And then as you're building work, you could show it to that fictitious audience, and it will actually review the work and say, here's what I'm interested in, here's what I care about, so on and so forth. And then you could ask it again, a different agent, okay, tell me where, here's my budget, here's my, everything, kind of where are these people, right? It'll help you kind of evolve media. So it's touching almost every piece of the work, and these intelligent agents, we're putting this on everybody's desktop. So the cool thing about artificial intelligence is it lifts everybody up to be more intelligent. It becomes your partner. And agents just allow you to tune it very specifically for a client, for a project, for a process, for whatever you'd like. Yeah. It's fun time, so wild. It's moving so fast. Yeah.
So considering the investments in AI and of course the merger that's coming up,
Sure.
What is the kind of opportunity that Omnicom offers to the young talent that's coming in business?
Oh, well, people wouldn't know it by looking at me, but most of Omnicom is quite a bit younger than I am, though when I was in the median age range when I started here. I've just been around for a while. Look, if you want to do exciting, creative work that's data infused, the latest technology and tools, look, we are the place to do it. It's funny, as I talk to all these AI companies, they keep talking about content. Who makes more content than people in advertising? We make thousands and thousands of movies every week. And AI is just going to accelerate that into a non-linear place. So I'd say to any young person, if you want to kind of see, taste, and participate in the future, come to us.
And another interesting twist is, globally, I think Omnicom is much bigger than IPG.
Yeah.
But in India, it's the reverse. So
Yeah.
how are the dynamics
I'm super
really
excited
going?
about that.
I
mean,
don't
in
know
India,
how is that
yeah.
going to really play out?
Well, it's in some ways it's addition, right? It's them added to us, right? And in that case, I guess we're being added to them if they're bigger. We are bigger in many of the major marketplaces, but not in India. And as you know, I love India, to travel there and the culture and everything about it. So I'm very excited that we have a deeper presence in India.
Super. We're looking forward to how this is going to really unfold. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Fabulous talking to you.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Thank you.